Welcome to 15 Minute Theatre, the only review show that squeezes a whole production into 900 seconds. The date is the 28th of February 2018, and we've just been to see And the Winner is. Open the house. Hey Vicky.
Oh, hi there, Jim Bobs.
How's it going?
All right, thanks. How is it going with you?
I am cold.
Why are you so cold?
Well, the weather outside is frightful.
But the fire is so delightful.
So we're stuck in the midst of the beast from the east.
We are stuck in the beast from the east.
I hope that doesn't bother you too much.
As James is aware, I don't understand why everything has to have a catchphrase these days. Why does a snowstorm have to have its own name?
I have no idea.
We refuse to have a snowstorm unless we give it a name.
But it is it's coming down, isn't it?
It is proper snowing. Where are we? Where are we sitting right now?
Well, we're in the Royal Festival Hall because we've just been to see And the Winner is, and it's part of the Vault Festival.
Yep.
And shall I give you a bit of a fact file?
Please, fill me in.
Okay, so it was written and directed by Paul Westwood, and it was a small cast, so I'm going to tell you all the names of the cast.
Oh, do, please.
There was Julie Yamini playing Julie,
Yep.
Claire Redcliffe playing Emma,
Yep.
Tim Alsop playing Ryan,
Yep.
Naomi Bell playing Jenna,
Yep.
and Carl Wilson playing Justin Walsh.
That guy.
That guy.
But, hang on.
I'm not sure if that's right.
No, because Justin Walsh was played by Paul Westwood on the 28th of February.
Yes.
So, that was incorrect.
So
but
Justin...
it's alright, we've righted that wrong and it's fine.
Great. Anyway,
Let's move on.
Vicky, do you want to give us a bit of a synopsis?
Yeah. So, basically, it is a play that's set in a caravan, so obviously small audience numbers.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, hang on, what?
Is it a play set in a caravan, or was the audience in the caravan?
Are you trying to mess with my mind here?
No.
The audience was in a caravan and the play was set in a caravan.
Right.
Okay. Yes, I can see where you're going. Sorry, I'm a bit brain dead today. It's the snow. It's the beast from the east. It's hurt my brain.
It's the catchphrases.
All those stupid catchphrases you have to remember for everything. So it was a play set in a caravan. The audience were also in the caravan that the play was set in. So it is the main character, Julie, is a lady, what is an actress, and she's on her first day on set, and she's in the caravan. Various characters come in and hang out with her. She's got her sort of PA lady. Is she PA? She's got her assistant.
No, definitely
that
PA.
comes in and gives her, a chin wag. And then there's a wardrobe lady comes in. There's the coffee guy comes in. I'm sure the coffee guy's got other jobs to do. And then the producer comes in. So it's basically...
Anyone else come in?
And a lady who we thought was part of the play, but actually was just a lady
who arrived a little late.
And she touched James's knee.
I got very excited.
She was quite old.
I don't care.
But James hasn't had much action for a while.
Bring it on.
It's all a thrill. So it's... I don't really want to give too much away. I don't know how long it's running for. When did you say it's running till?
The end of the festival.
Okay, so I don't really want to give too much away. But sort of stuff happens.
Yeah.
It takes a nasty turn.
And it's quite topical, isn't it?
It is quite topical, which I feel may have just given it away.
Well, I think it's going to be hard for us to talk about it without mentioning. So, what with all the stuff with Harvey Weinstein... Is it Weinstein?
Weinstein. I know it's definitely not Weinstein, but let's call him Weinstein.
Well, he's a plonker anyway. But it's kind of about the objectivity of...
The lady women.
Yeah. In film. It's very funny. First impressions, anyway, let's go with that.
Okay, so when they first came in, I thought they were part of the audience. We all said hello to them, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I think the one thing I really liked, actually, is there was quite a sense of camaraderie between the audience members, because we're all sitting sort of facing each other, and we had a bit of a chat beforehand. And so by the time that people came in, we were all quite relaxed, and it was quite a nice atmosphere, wasn't it? I thought that was really good. First impressions.
And I was really excited. I mean, it was quite. I've never been to the theatre in a caravan before.
Who has, James? Who has?
And yeah, it was just a really nice way to tell the story, and because you were that close to the actors,
yeah,
it felt very real, and you could see every movement on their face.
Yeah.
I thought the performances were very strong.
Luckily, none of them had been Botoxed. Otherwise, we would have been seeing no movement
Absolutely.
on the faces.
Let's talk performances.
Okay.
What do you think?
I thought some were stronger than others.
I like Julie very much, the main part.
I initially thought she was really over the top, but then I was thinking about it. Some people are like that in real life.
Absolutely.
So if that's the character that she was playing, which she was, then I think she nailed it.
And hats off to Crying.
Yeah,
those tears were
I
real.
think because she was so over the top and jolly and just having such a fabulous time. I mean, I think if I knew her in real life, she'd annoy me quite a lot. But because she was so jolly, then when it took a bit of a turn, it was quite the reaction was really strong.
Yes,
wasn't it?
yeah, absolutely. And I thought her performance was really balanced by the person who played like the costume dresser.
Yeah, she was good. She was very,
and the runner.
They're very low key, weren't
Yeah,
they?
and you need that if they're performing like literally 50 centimetres away from you.
Yeah.
I measured it.
Yeah, no, they were good. You did not measure it.
I measured it with my eyes.
Oh, did you? Your special laser eyes,
My
like Superman.
laser eye vision.
I thought, unfortunately, the lady who played Emma did fluff her lines a little bit, but it wasn't a big problem, I didn't think. And she probably knew that we were in reviewing it. I was really nervous.
But I liked the characterisation.
Yeah, I liked the character. They were all quite real, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk story, plot, narrative.
Do you notice how we cleverly avoided the other character?
Well, we should. Well, maybe we'll get on to Justin later.
Yeah.
Get on to
Just in time.
I thought.
I just
Yeah,
felt
go on.
also. I didn't mean cleverly avoid it, and then we thought he was awful because we didn't.
No, good point. I thought, script-wise, story-wise, it started quite slow,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, okay, there was a lot of ground laid.
I did wonder if anything was going to, like, if it was going to have a plot.
Yeah, but then it did have a plot.
Yeah.
And by the time the punch had happened, the point.
Yeah.
You were so engrossed in what was going on, it really had a strong impact, I thought.
It made my skin crawl.
Yes, absolutely, which was a desired effect.
It was I felt like I had quite a gut reaction to it. Like I felt like my reaction to it was quite real.
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
I felt like I wanted to stop it, which is good.
And I don't know whether it's because we were so close to it or whether it was just really brilliantly done. I don't know if I'd have seen that on a stage that was further away, whether I would have had that same reaction. I don't think I would have.
Yeah. But maybe... Yeah, I absolutely agree. But it was... I suppose it was written for that caravan in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was really quite horrid, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so staging. I thought they staged it pretty well, since it's only the size of a caravan.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is the rest of it was quite realistic in the way that the script and her changing into a costume and stuff. But considering that the caravan was supposed to be this amazing 30-foot Winnebago with a pool table, and it wasn't that, was it?
No.
So it wasn't like a realistic set.
It took me a while
caravan.
to cotton on that it was how they were reacting.
Yeah.
When she said, "Oh my God, this is amazing," I was thinking, "Is it?"
I wouldn't be so happy if this was my what's my word, dressing room. My trailer. Oh my God, this beast from the east. Yeah, I mean the set wasn't entirely convincing in that it was a caravan and then we were supposed to be in a trailer, but it didn't really matter because you were so closely involved with the action.
Yeah,
I don't think it
because
really
I thought at first that it was two people who've just come on holiday to a tiny little caravan.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
little while,
slightly
didn't it?
overreacting.
Yeah.
But once you go into it, it's brilliant. Okay, any standout moment for you?
Well, the dark bit
Yeah.
definitely just made me feel a bit disgusted.
Yeah, and I mean, I know we've mentioned this, but, you know, Julie got very emotional and there were tears.
Yeah.
And that was really quite heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
So, and...
I couldn't see her very well, though, because your massive head was in front of me.
Well, you did swap places.
She was in the corner for a bit.
Because your tiny legs didn't touch the floor, so we had to move.
Yeah, I had to change places because I've got tiny legs and I was a bit uncomfortable, so I had to swap with James, and then his massive head was in front of my tiny head.
I apologise for my massive head.
And so I couldn't quite see all of her, but that was okay. I was alright with that.
All right, should we take a break then come back and score it?
Sure thing, let's finish these nuts.
All right, so we've got the feature,
Yeah.
the comfort colour chart.
Oh yeah, I'm not sold on this colour chart.
Really?
No. It's very hard for our listeners to accurately gauge. Some of them might be colourblind as well.
Well,
Okay, let's continue with it for now, and we'll discuss it later.
we need a better idea, obviously. All right, so the colour chart goes from white, which is very comfortable, to
Yeah.
black, which is very uncomfortable.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty comfortable in there. I had enough room. It's more comfortable than some of the theatres we've been in.
I was hit and miss with the comfort.
Okay, it's a bit cold.
Well, my legs weren't the right size for the seats.
And my head was too big.
But then maybe that's my fault for not growing enough when I was a child.
Okay.
But yeah, no, not the worst seating ever.
Should we give it a blue? This feature's
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna,
sort of in the middle. Yeah,
this
this is
feature's
it.
not gonna
Nobody
work.
knows. Nobody can see that blue is the middle colour. Blue's the middle colour. We're giving it the middle colour. It was a bit chilly as well.
Okay, we'll be back next time with a new feature.
James and I are going to discuss this.
All right, we better score it.
Yeah.
Okay, so performances. I can never remember who went first last time.
I think you should go first.
All right. Okay, well, do you know what? Just before we do the performances, we didn't mention the guy who played Justin Walsh.
No, we didn't.
And I actually thought he was very good.
So he's the writer who normally isn't in it.
Yeah.
And he's just done this night, I think.
Well, I thought he played it spot on, really.
Yeah.
He started off very nice and took the real sinister turn, and
He was
impressive.
I found him a bit creepy.
I think that was the point of it.
Yeah.
Your face are like being enamoured by him.
Oh yeah, I fell in love with him immediately.
I like the performances.
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to give them a 9.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was really good performances.
Okay, I feel like the performance is really strong, but maybe not. A couple of them who were a little bit weaker, maybe means that I would drop it down a bit. I would drop it to a 7.
Okay, fair enough.
But but it was really good.
Okay, so staging and technical. And
Yeah.
I think we have to consider the fact that the originality of where it was set.
Yeah.
You're first.
There wasn't really any technical stuff to it.
There was a
Staging.
light.
The light was on. Staging, again, like the caravan wasn't the Swish Fancy caravan it was supposed to be, but the fact that it was in a caravan was very novel, and I enjoyed that experience. And I, in fact, enjoyed the whole experience of going to the festival.
Yeah.
Waiting, being led to it, into the nice courtyard with the lovely lights. I enjoyed all of that, even though the Beast from the East was
Stop using the catchphrase.
snowing in our faces. But staging and technical, I'd give it a 6.
Okay. I'm going to be a bit more generous, could I? Because I've never been to a theatre to a production in a caravan before.
No, and it was great.
So I'm going to give it a 7. All right, narrative. Well, I'm going to knock a couple of points off because I thought it kind of it took a little while to get going.
Yeah.
And you saw like another character in the same, and I understand why they did it. But then the twist was brilliant, and so I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Strong. Again, I spent quite a lot of it thinking what is going to happen because it doesn't appear to have a plot, which in the end I think it totally worked because it sort of lulled you into false sense of security, didn't it? So I did think it was good. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay. All right, and now originality.
I think it was really original. Yeah, the whole premise. I mean, if you put it in a theatre, had that same plot with the same story, it being set in a caravan, but it was only in a theatre on a stage, I'd say wouldn't be that original. But the fact that it was in a caravan and it was written around being caravan, yeah, we're gonna go for a 9.
Okay, so I'm going to give you my mark for originality. I agree, I thought it was very original.
Yeah.
But, alright, I'm going to give it a 9 as well. I don't know what to do. And was it worth it? Yes, I really thought
definitely.
It was worth it. I'm going to give it a 9. Can't help it.
Well, I mean, we both liked that it wasn't as long as The Divide. Was it worth it? Yeah, definitely, but I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay. All right.
Just purely because I do think it was really good. It's just because I'm thinking about other performances that I've been to see.
No, of course. I think that's absolutely fine. All right. So while I tell the scores, do you want to tell the listener what we are seeing next time?
Well, we're going to see something tomorrow, aren't we? So tomorrow we're going to see Boys and Girls at the Royal Court, which I believe is a Carey Mulligan one-lady show. I'm quite excited about seeing it. I don't know much about it. I'm just waffling until Jimbo does the scores. He's working really hard. Do you want to phone to do the calculating?
I can't work out the divide.
I think we've... Oh, no, I've only got 9% battery, so this might not
work.
work.
To work it out. Hold on, I can work it out.
Quick.
I've done it.
Okay, James has done it. It's all fine. It's probably really wrong.
Okay.
So sorry if it's too low.
All right, I've worked out the star rating.
Okay.
It gets a star rating of 3.9.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty high indeed.
Where does that put it?
It puts it equal to The Twilight Zone. So
that's really good. That is above The Exorcist, Young Frankenstein, Showstoppers, which I feel should be higher, The Wings, and The Box of Delights.
So
that's pretty good.
Pretty good score. Really enjoyed it. Definitely,
Yeah.
if you can get a chance to go and see it, or anything at the Vault Festival, I suppose.
I think I would actually... I wish I'd known more about the Vaults Festival because I think some of the stuff on there looks great. If you can get down there, definitely go and see this one.
And
just go and check it out. It's a nice atmosphere as well.
All right, well... Oh, Vicky, did you hear that? It was a woman from the festival hall telling us we have to stop recording and leave.
I don't know whether James is going to leave that bit on or not, but basically we had a lady telling us we're not allowed to be here. We're in the wrong area because we're not going to the concert.
Even though we bought a drink.
Yeah.
For 15 quid.
That'd be Bum Festival.
Anyway, I think we'll call it a night.
Yep.
And Vicky, I'm going to get to see you tomorrow.
Yes. I hope that's not too much, too short a space of time.
I'm sure we'll be fine. So, all that's left to say is, the curtain's down, the theatre's dark, and that was 15-Minute Theatre. Good night.
Good night.
Keep warm.
Yeah, stay warm. Avoid the beast from the east.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.